Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. Well, this is going back some time ago that I reported a strange bug when trying to catch fish using the mission computer on my Corvette. So, whenever I hit up this mission and I go to catch fish, I get a very strange black screen. So here we go. I'm going to see if it still produces an issue. The reason being is, I think it might be to do with my graphics card, not to do with No Man's Sky. So let's go and fly on down. Now, I have checked for latest drivers for my graphics card. Apparently, some updates installed on the 30th of October that I didn't even know about. So, that's good. On the Ominous system. Okay. Is that away from here? Yeah, okay. Well, I was in a system with water. That's a bit weird that it's sending me elsewhere. Oh well, we will but continue on. You know what? Let me show you the bug that I had before. Okay, chums, so this is what was happening before. So if I just hit play, if I take myself off... a little bit more... Right, well, let's start fishing. Let's catch our fish and let's see if we can turn this mission in. You don't really... Oh, God. What just happened? Oh, my days. Well, that's different. It's not letting me fish. I can't even see anything. It says that I'm at a depth of 100 and something odd U's. Right. I guess I'm reloading again then. This hasn't really fixed No Man's Sky for me. And this happens to me a lot. I'm having this happen a heck of a lot. And it's for this reason that it's very hard for me to even recommend No Man's Sky at the moment. I was hoping to see this. Okay, John, so that's what was happening. Let's see if it's still happening when I find a fishing planet. Okay. Fishing location. We've got a marker. Let's head on down to the planet and let's see what's happened. Yeah, so I checked my graphics card, checked for latest updates. It says that I'm on the latest AMD hardware. Other people have said, what are your graphic settings? Have you turned off all the HDR options? Inside of the options, I'm not seeing, not inside No Man's Sky, how to turn off HDR. So if there is a graphics option for the graphics card, I'm not too sure where I would find it. So in answer to your question, I've only played with the graphics settings inside of No Man's Sky. Anyway, let's try landing. I mean, I'm still getting a little bit of lag that I didn't have before. It's still losing a bit of frame rate. You know what, before I try fishing, just in case it goes all squiffy, let's just show you my settings that I have right now. So this is all the settings that I've had, and I've had these settings for freaking years. And yeah, a lot of these were set based on the structure. The structure done a really good in-depth video on the best settings to have for No Man's Sky. And I kind of went with those. I think the only thing that I changed was turning off the anti-aliasing, because I'm not really a fan of anti-aliasing. Right, anyway, let's head on down here, and let's head on out, and let's see if I get the same bug when trying to fish. Target planet has been reached. Oh, we got ourselves a giant worm. Where are you? Oh, I heard him. I don't see him. Oh, I do like seeing giant worms. Right, okay, let's just get my... I don't have a fishing rod inside of this multi-tool. Alright. Let's remedy that then, shall we? Oh no, I don't. Okay, let's put in that one. Yeah, there we are. Right. I'm ready to fish with a line coming out of my gun. What the... Okay. Well, stranger things have happened. Okay, well, before, it glitched out here, and the water was actually flickering and glitching all over the place. The water's been fixed, and I think it might be fair to say that so too has my graphical issue. And it could be that it was an AMD issue, not a No Man's Sky issue. Ooh, mellifluous. I'll tell you what, I'll carry on fishing, and I'll let you know if anything goes wrong. I'm going to catch all these fish. Well, why is it... Give me my actual mission. There we go. Okay, cool. I've got to catch 12 uncommon fish. I might be a while, but this is a good test. Chums, I caught a legendary. Yeah, the glass angel. A creature of dreams, only visible where the light refracts through its soft, perfect jelly. Okay, just want to let you know. I'm halfway through as well. Okay, chums, we're on the last fish to catch, and I have not had any problems. None of that shenanigans with black screens or white screens with black holes in. Nothing. Everything seems to be fine. Now, I don't recall seeing this inside their patch notes, or else I would have tested this sooner. The only reason I am testing this is because I had a message saying, why don't you try X, Y, and Z? Maybe it's a graphics card issue, and I haven't seen the issues, and I've got exactly the same graphics card as you. So I'll put that comment up on screen, and I want to thank the person that dropped me that comment. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have tested this until I saw something in the patch notes, which may not have ever happened. Now, the devs did, well, I reached out to one of the devs, and the devs came back to me and said, yes, we're having problems replicating the issue on PC, but we have got another player, well, other reports on Xbox of a similar thing, with them getting black screens, similar to what you've reported, and the video clips are similar to what you've reported on your PC. So, although maybe it was in the patch notes, and I didn't see it, because maybe it's listed against Xbox, I don't know. But it looks like it might be fixed. Another time that it used to happen quite a lot, though, was either on entry into the spatial anomaly, or if I got out of my seat and just exited through the back drop-down ramp. It's kind of why I went for one of these exit ramps. You know, one of these like little platform ones. I haven't had it happen with this exit ramp. But what seemed to happen is, you know, like when you get catapulted and you get jettisoned, I find that the exit ramp that's slanted, it used to happen a lot on that. I don't think I've ever been jettisoned and catapulted miles away using this exit ramp on this kind of ramp. So I think maybe it might have been a ramp issue that was maybe causing the jettison issue, and maybe that jettison issue was also causing it to go black screeny on me. But it looks like the black screeny stuff on my PC may have been fixed by stealth through an AMD update to my graphics card, and I just didn't realise. Or it might have been Hello Games fixing the Xbox issue, which also affected some PC graphics cards like my own. I don't know, but it looks like it might be fixed. So good news, people. I might be playing a fair bit more often on my PC when it comes to No Man's Sky. Heck yeah. What I haven't done is claimed my mission. Complete mission! There we go. Completicated. Lovely jubbly. I'm going to jump in my seat and create an autosave. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about events and things happening on my channel. Because whenever there was like quiet times for No Man's Sky, I'd make my own content by making an event, whether that's Christmas or Easter or Halloween. And that'd help fill in a couple of gaps. I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore. So chums, I put this poll up. Do you think I should stop doing online No Man's Sky events? Base building tours, giveaway, Corvette, showcases until Hello Games fix things more. Here is my latest video, and it's a mess. If you go hit that, you'll see exactly why I'm probably, you know, going to park things. Just find it's hard to do the tours justice due to the trolling, rendering issues, and general multiplayer jank. Okay, so people said yes, stop doing it until things are fixed. 13% of people. 53% of people it says no, carry on doing it and send the videos to Hello Games to show them how bad things are. Now, what you guys don't know is I've already been doing that, and I've been doing that for a long time, pointing out how bad multiplayer is. Pretty much every single Friday mission that I do with the lads, you know, Kettle and Warfy and Sir Ominous, I've been sending them videos even when I had Ninja Dojo Boy, whatever his name is, inside of my group. I've been sending them from then, you know, and that's a long time ago. That was before the Corvettes got introduced. But I've been saying to them, look, this is crazy. Please, can you get on this? The multiplayer is very rare that we manage to finish multiplayer missions with everybody still in the group, or everybody manages to get their Quicksilver. But now I'm saying, well, look at this. We tried running it in the Corvette. This happened, that happened. I mean, if you've tried running a weekend mission with your friends in a Corvette, you'll probably notice that when you arrive in your destination, half your team's missing, or at least one of them. And the same when you get back in for the ride back to the spatial anomaly. It's not really that great. And then when you actually land in the spatial anomaly, sometimes your corvette lands inside of another corvette. And then as you're trying to exit the corvette you're in, that corvette that you've landed in gets up and takes off, and it might take some of your crew with it. You know, we've had all sorts of weird stuff happen. That's just one example. I mean, we've had Sir Ominous Gaunt's corvette being on a landing pad, on a small landing pad, where I'm seeing it on a large landing pad, and every time he moves from the front to the back of his ship, he keeps teleporting back to the large landing pads. It's really weird. There's stuff in there that's just so broken. Anyway, so yeah, I've already been sending them the videos, so they're already aware of how bad it is. At least I'd like to hope they are. And I'd imagine the Zendesk is full of multiplayer issues, especially with base rendering, corvettes and the alike, and running missions. Maybe keep doing what you're doing your best. We understand. 27% of people hit that up, and I'm really thankful that you realise that I am trying to do my best with all of this stuff. And to be honest, I've really enjoyed doing the base tours when they've worked, but they haven't worked properly for at least, I'm going to say, about 3 years. I think there was a change in the way that Hello Games split their servers. I think the issue started to happen when we could enable crossplay. And also bases appearing cross-save. So before, you had to be in creative mode to see creative mode bases, or you had to be in normal mode to see normal mode bases. Once that all merged, I think that's when things started to go awry, and things started to get a lot worse for rendering. Okay, pause on online events. Let Hello Game... Okay, pause online events. Let Hello Games know that you've had enough for now. Yeah. And that's kind of what I've done. Only 6% of people said that, but that's what I've done. I'm putting a pause on doing all these online events. But what I would say is, in all fairness, if you took all 3 of these, kind of say, yeah, stop or pause, or try doing it best you can, when you add all those together, it almost comes to the same percentage as continue doing it and show it to Hello Games. I've had a lot of support and a lot of overwhelmingly nice feedback as well. So I want to say a massive, great big thank you to everybody that's chimed in here. I have had a lot of people that have said, oh, I haven't had those problems. I've never had those problems. My No Man's Sky runs nice and slick and lovely jubbly and all that lot. Well, you're extremely lucky then. All I can say is I do massive events where there's a lot of bases and a lot of rendering issues, and you've only got to watch some of my latest videos from my Halloween base tours and you'll see the sort of stuff that I've been up against. From people trolling me, kidnapping me live, to bases just taking 20 minutes to render in. It's been insane. So I mentioned that comment earlier and I wanted to thank the person. Well, I found it here. The Maschi. The Maschi. I'm probably butchering your name. I do it all the time. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I mean, they said here, look, I exclusively play No Man's Sky on PC and have no black screen issues whatsoever. If memory serves me right, you mentioned getting feedback from Hello Games that are unable to replicate your problem on PC, on AMD, but they did say they've got a similar issue on Xbox and they think they've got enough to fix it. Also, if memory serves me right, you mentioned running AMD. Yes, that is my graphics card on your PC. Well, coincidence has it that I run the same GPU and I use a 4K monitor and prefer max settings on all visual options. Well, I've adjusted mine because there are some that I think work a little bit better. Yeah. I know for a fact you made videos in the past about how you set your visual options. Have you considered lowering the settings? Try that. Well, hold on, you've just said that yours is on max, haven't you, or something like that? But anyway, I'll keep the settings as they are, because seriously, I played with them and played with them and played with them, and it took me ages to get it to actually stream in a nice fashion that I've got now. But yeah, I want to say a massive, great big thank you. It was this comment here that says, also, another point I would want to raise is, are you positive all your hardware drivers are up to date? I've set my hardware drivers to be automatic, and it doesn't actually tell me when it's actually done it. It's a little bit by stealth. But I bring up my graphic settings now so you can see when they last updated. Okay, Jums, it's just loading in. Maybe it hasn't loaded in. Balls. Okay, Jums, well, it's loaded in right now. So here we go. We've got manage updates here, but you can see here it says up to date. But if I click to manage updates, and I hit yes to this, it does come up and it says there, look, last updated October the 30th. October the 30th it last updated. Let's have a look at the release notes on that. Okay, I don't think this, it's not going to tell me that they fixed stuff with, you know, I put a shader stuff there. Maybe it was a shader thing? Could be a shader thing? A float shader maybe? Who freaking knows? Who freaking knows? This is like a second language to me, people. You know? Bizarre. It does mention Roblox there, though, doesn't it? And Battlefield 6. And Cyberpunk. So it does mention a couple of games. But they're all to do with timeouts and crashes. There's nothing about complete black screen. Okay. A little bit weird. But yeah, no mention of No Man's Sky in there either. But there we go. There's that anyway. So I'm now up to date. So maybe it was that. Okay, chums, I've just gone back over to the patch note releases for Breach to see if any of that mentions anything to do with black screen. I've searched for keywords using this, like the word black. There's one mention, but that's about it. I've tried looking for graphics. I've tried looking for... you got graphics preview there, but that's not it. I've tried looking for Xbox. So if Hello Games did fix this, they fixed it by stealth. There's not a mention of it in here. So there's, for people that have this issue, they wouldn't know to retry it, is what I'm saying. It would have been nice if they have fixed it to have seen a fix that said, you know, black screen on Xbox or black screen on AMD, now rectified. I'm not seeing that inside of here. If it was in another list of patch notes and I've missed it, please sound off in the comments and let me know which patch notes it was in. But yeah, the black screen update I think is now not a thing. However, until they actually fix in multiplayer rendering of bases and corvettes, I think for now, doing online giveaway events, base tours, is slightly out the window for me, people. So, chums, what does that mean for my channel and content during times that No Man's Sky hasn't got an update or hasn't got news? Times where I'd normally hit up and do these sort of like events for the community. I'm going to be doing more Captain Steve Talks type videos, maybe more vlog videos, and maybe trying new games and doing new game reviews. And I'm hoping that Hello Games does work on the multiplayer aspect, because I feel the multiplayer aspect for No Man's Sky is a massive part of No Man's Sky. Lots of people say, well, Captain Steve, it wasn't there at launch. So the game has been built and then it's been integrated in, and that's why we're seeing these bugs. But what I would like to hope is whatever they've managed to achieve on Light No Fire for the multiplayer there, that they can lift and shift some of that code over to No Man's Sky and fix some of the multiplayer here. It is using the same game engine, and let's face it, that would be a really good way to help test to see if multiplayer inside of Light No Fire is going to be as buggy, as temperamental as the multiplayer here inside of No Man's Sky. So anyway, people, that's pretty much everything that I've got for you when it comes to channel news and also my PC and how it's functioned for No Man's Sky. I mean, it has got a bit more lag there than it used to have, admittedly, and it is still running smoother and better on my PlayStation. And I have done base tours and giveaways on my PC after the 30th of October, and even after the 30th of October, the rendering issues of bases and corvettes was perhaps worse on my PC than on my PlayStation. So that is still a little bit of a concern, and I'm hoping as I play more on the PC, because admittedly I haven't used it as much as I normally do. I've been using my PlayStation 5. Hopefully I'll see that improve in the next few updates. I'm hoping. But yeah, I am going to start playing more on my PC now that I know that I'm not going to be thrown out to the title screen in a realm of blackness to then have to... The only way I could rectify that was either to come all the way out of the game, and even then, sometimes when I load it back in, it was still a black screen, was to fire up my PlayStation, load the game from there, from No Man's Sky's cloud at Hello Games, play it on my PlayStation, save it somewhere else, and then pick it back up on my PC. So the whole reason I've been playing on my PlayStation 5 is, well, I don't have to do that on my PlayStation 5. And I was worried that it might ruin my save eventually if it just kept happening. You know, anyway, people, I've rambled off enough. I just want to say that the black screen bug on my PC may have been fixed either by AMD's graphical update or by stealth through Hello Games' patch notes and hard work when it comes to fixing issues with the Xbox. If you're still getting black screen issues, please sound off in the comment and let me know what platform you're on or what graphics hardware you're running. Are you still getting a black screen at times of playing the game, or even when you try to load in your game and you're just getting a black screen? With either a depth issue in the bottom corner or a temperature issue down in the bottom corner. They were the two things that I would see when I got that bug. And the weird thing is, I knew I was still moving around. I could hear all the game sounds. I could even summon in the spatial anomaly, fly in the spatial anomaly. You'd hear all the sound effects, but you couldn't see anything. Yeah, let me know if you've got that bug. It's very specific, but I want to know if you used to get it and it's now fixed, or if you're still getting it and it's not fixed, and what platform you're on. Until next time, goodbye, and goodbye again.